Auburn University will dissolve its Office of Inclusion and Diversity. It's the latest university in the state to shutter DEI programs. They're working to comply with a new Republican-backed law which prohibits many public agencies in Alabama from maintaining DEI offices. Auburn's provost sent out a letter to students, faculty, and staff saying they'll dissolve the Office of Inclusion and Diversity by August 15th. Affected colleagues will fill existing vacancies, with others assuming new roles in offices including student recruitment, admissions, or supporting students and organizations.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now. We've got to talk about the end of DEI at Auburn, at Troy, at Alabama, and all the affiliate schools, and what it's actually not. Now, what they're doing is they're ending the offices that are specifically called diversity, equity, inclusion, etc. But they're just moving that money and those employees to other offices. And I guarantee you down the line, we will hear news stories about how they're just continuing those same race-based programs across the university under another name. This conversation is hardly over, but that's just the meat and potatoes of all of it. I want you to watch a segment on this from the voice of Alabama politics. Well, where two imbeciles, barely literate imbeciles, hack and cough their way through a segment where they can't understand what DEI is, what divisive concepts are, and I'm not even really convinced they know what a university is. But just watch this and ask yourself, how bad should I feel for these people?
You have to go to New York City to get a good bagel.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Well, I have to hand it to the university, and they went ahead and are implementing it before the fall semester gets in, even though they don't have to do this until October 1. It's now will be replaced by the Division of Opportunities, Connections, and Success. And also the University of Alabama at Huntsville and Birmingham are also closing their DEI offices as well.
And Troy did this a couple of weeks ago. This is going to happen all over the state. I think it's bad law, and I think it will have ultimately bad consequences. Because once again, and listen, I may be a foolish American, but I believe that people should go to universities to hear diverse ideas, ideas that they may not agree with. Right. That mommy and daddy may not agree with, that politicians may not agree with. I think they should hear a diverse of opinions and ideas and understand things that maybe aren't clear. I mean, America, we have the most radical government in the world, and I love it. But they're trying to put it into a neat little box. And the kind of republic we have doesn't fit into a neat little box.
No, it doesn't. And you keep saying a word here, think. You're supposed to go to university to think. You're supposed to go to university to hear diverse ideas, to teach you how to think, not be spoon-fed. The idea is to learn how to think in a different way. And with doing this, they're as you said, putting everything in a box, and it's supposed to explode out of a box.
Well, and you know, when this country was founded, it was founded on the fundamentals of freedom. Freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom of expression. These
freedom from the government.
And what we've done over the last several years is we've tried to truncate the meaning of freedom to mean my version of freedom.
Exactly.
Instead of our version of freedom or your version of freedom. You know, I may disagree with what you say or what you believe, but I believe as an American, you have a right to believe it and say it and do it.
And I have a right to disagree with it, but it doesn't mean we have to fight over it.
No, it doesn't. And it doesn't mean we need to pass laws to limit what people can say and think. That is the most un-American thing I can think of. It is not an American thing to limit discussion to, you know, whether it's left, right, or center. I think people, when they go to school, should learn that. I mean, I went to a performing arts school, and I also went to Bible study. And so I got a diversity of views, and that has informed me.
Right. And I know in this they have divisive concepts, of course. If you don't learn from the past, whether it's painful or joyful, you will not learn what not to do in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
We learn from our mistakes. We learn from our past. If you shut that off, then where's the learning?
Well, this divisive concepts includes ideas like, racism in America, the segregationists, the Civil War. They want to paint a whitewashed picture of the past. The past is never pretty.
No.
It's not pretty. And when they look, the historians look back on this current time, 50 years, 100 years from now, they're going to see this as a terrible time in the United States, but also a defining moment. Because we are moving right now to determine what type of United States we are. Is it a free United States, or is it, what kind of freedom do we have? And I think that's important.
Keep in mind, Britt and company, both Brits, no relation to Katie Britt, have one goal here: grift money out of the state of Alabama. In the past, it's been clear that that's exactly what they're doing. So they don't want to come out too hard against the University of Alabama or Auburn, and they want to take these positions that they believe are favorable to those universities. They don't care about anything else in this situation except that. And you can tell through their topics and conversation here that they don't even understand the divisive concept bill. There was nothing in that said they can't teach slavery or civil rights or the Civil War or anything like that. Yet here they are repeating something that is blatantly untrue. But this isn't for an audience of anyone except for people who work for the state of Alabama that might cut them a check. And those individuals are part of a bureaucracy, and that bureaucracy is overwhelmingly liberal and will find itself being more friendly to these type of half-baked, coughed-through, silly ideas that these two are hacking up, like all the phlegm that they're hacking up during this program. I want to make this as clear as I possibly can. These people are not respectable. They are not believable. They are not honest, and they are not good. These people are frauds. And it's as simple as that. They are grifting their way through their sad and miserable lives, and they don't have to do that. They could just tell the truth. Okay, DEI went away because people are sick of hearing about how we have to do this or that because of this or that. And it's all racially motivated, and people are tired of it. They want the best person for the job to be hired, to be given opportunities. Nobody cares what race they are. That doesn't make you racist. Okay, it doesn't. And they want to pretend that it does. It has nothing to do with teaching any of these subjects. What they're saying is you're not going to tell a story that's not true, that Americans are inherently racist or that America is inherently racist. That's the rub here. Now, I'd like to say they know this, but I don't want to say that they're being dishonest, because it's more accurate to just say these two are morons. And the state of Alabama should not be giving them any money, let alone tens of thousands of dollars every single year. It is an abomination that the state of Alabama does this, and that Kay Ivey allows it, and the Alabama Department of Transportation allows it. The Secretary of State's office also puts money into this program for voter engagement, which is less bad, but it's still bad. This entire thing is a money-grubbing farce that provides absolutely nothing to no one. Yes, I'm biased in this situation. I do not like these people. They are frauds. And I work in a business full of frauds. And when these people act this way, it makes us all look bad. So the state of Alabama, stop giving these people money. Let them operate in the arena of ideas like everyone else. And let's see if they sink or swim. I think I know exactly what's going to happen.